Hey Rope Droppers, we want to thank our amazing sponsor, the Rope Drop Queen herself, Michelle McKnight. She's an independent travel agent affiliated with MEI Travel and Mouse Fan Travel. We have used her on a number of vacations and can't speak highly enough of her services. If you are thinking about a Disney vacation, she's the one to talk to. Her services are completely free. Disney pays her after you travel, and she has a wealth of knowledge that has saved us a lot of time and money. So check her out on Facebook at Rope Drop Queen or email her at michelle.mcknight@mei-travel.com. Now, on to the show.
Helping you navigate the Disney parks.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
You're listening to Rope Drop Radio.
Welcome to a bonus episode of Rope Drop Radio, answering one of your questions, mostly because we are really hot right now. It is hot. We are at Walt Disney World, and we got a question a couple times. How do you stay cool in the summer? And Doug, we're just happen to be here in the middle of summer. Mm-hmm. It's like 1,000 degrees outside, though a storm is coming in.
It's coming. So one way to stay cool at Disney World is to come in December and January. But not everybody can do that.
No.
And you're going to get hot, you're going to get sweaty, kids will get cranky. So how do we cool off at Disney World? How do you keep your cool at Disney World? Derek, where do we want to start on keeping our cool?
Well, the first thing most people don't know is that you can BYOB, bring your own bottle. And you, it can't be filled, but you can fill it
Actually, you can fill your own water bottle.
You can now.
Yeah, we would throw it in the fridge the night before.
Oh, perfect.
And so we start with some cold water, and once that empties out, fill it back up.
Oh, well, there you go. I always keep mine empty, but never mind. I really am. So I think I've just confused the two because sometimes security feels the same way. But that is one thing. You got to stay hydrated in the heat. So bring your own bottle and fill it up regularly. There's plenty of free water options and, of course, water fountains.
Yes. So you can fill your bottle with water fountains. Some of the newer areas of the parks have water bottle fill stations. Like we saw some today in Pandora, where you could fill your water bottle rather than just a water fountain. They have the actual real water bottle station. And I think that's something we'll continue to see added when they do refurbs on restrooms and that sort of stuff. And the way we like to refill our water bottle is by going into any counter service restaurant, asking for some free ice water, and then you just dump it right into your insulated water bottle, and it stays cold longer, and it's easy to take with you. So free water bottle.
Another thing, as you hear in the background, hit the pool. Don't be afraid to do a resort pool or Typhoon Lagoon. Any of the water parks is a great way to stay cool.
Especially when it's hot. You know, middle of the day, it's okay to get out of the park, get a little pool time in, cool off. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it should be. We should jump in.
We should.
We probably won't.
Probably not.
But because it'll wreck all my portable podcasting gear.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
No. So another thing that we talk about a lot, it is Rope Drop Radio. We tell people go to the parks early. That is when it's coolest, nicest, and you can get so much done. So go early.
So yeah, you go early and you stay late. So in the middle of the day when it's the hottest, you're back at your resort room, you're back, getting a drink. Maybe you're on a Disney bus hopping too. I mean, the time spent hopping is off your feet, air-conditioned bus.
And that bus is cold.
Yeah, that bus air conditioning felt great today. But this morning, we rope dropped Pandora, and we were off the first attraction at 7:45. The park didn't even open until 8, so that was impressive. And then we got out of Animal Kingdom, touch before noon, where you could really feel about 11 o'clock. The heat was... Somebody flipped the switch. It was starting to come.
It really did.
And so we ate some lunch, and then we hopped back to the resort. I took a nap. Derek worked because I'm a lazy bum and I nap. So that was how we got out of the peak heat. And, now the afternoon storm's going to roll in and cool it off. So we avoided the hottest part of the day.
We have, except right now, recording an episode on being hot.
But that breeze feels pretty good.
It does.
Right now.
It feels
and we're
great.
under an umbrella. It's quite shady. So find the shade, too.
Yes, and we needed a drink, a margarita. So that's another thing.
Failed.
Never be afraid to get a drink. Doesn't have to be a margarita, but if you get thirsty in the parks, get water, especially your kids.
Keep them hydrated.
Yep. You can wrap them up in wet towels and stuff like that.
Which is another good one. We have some Run Disney towels, the frog tog type that they get wet and they get colder. They magically do something, and you lay those over your neck because the back of your neck is a great place to put a cool towel. It cools off all that blood in your carotid artery and gets you nice and chilly. So that's where you want to put the cold towel. It's hard to put one on your forehead and walk around, but you can drape it over your neck, and you don't look too silly. Lots of people do that. You'll see it walking around the park. And that's a good way to go.
Another one I like to tell people is know where the kid centers are and don't be afraid to find any, they're the baby centers. Every park has one. They're really nice and air conditioning. If your kid's hot, cranky, get there, let them cool off. They'll give you water and you kind of get, it's almost like pushing a reset button for kids. It's really great, especially in the hot times of the day. If you have a little child nursing, get mom out of there. So find out where they are, and if you don't know, ask a cast member. I was going to say, I know you have secret spots, so you have to kind of have kids to go into the child center.
We have outgrown the child center. We walk in there with a 7-year-old and say, oh, she's tired and cranky, we just need a few minutes. They might look at us like, okay. They'll probably still let her in, but I don't think with open arms. So there are some different ways in each park to kind of find a place to cool off, get off your feet, and if you time it right, you avoid that peak heat. Just kind of helps everybody set the reset button. May not be something you really want to do, but it might be the most beneficial thing you do. So, Magic Kingdom, where do we like to go to cool off?
These are your places.
Oh, you want me to say? All right, you ask me.
So Magic Kingdom, where do you go?
Derek, Magic Kingdom. The Hall of Presidents is a great one. You have kind of a big pre-show area that's well air conditioned, lots of benches around the side. You get in there, get off your feet.
Cool.
And then once the show starts,
it's not open right now.
Not open right now, but it's a long show. High back chairs, you slouch down, you get a good nap in. Sorry. I've also been told it's the perfect amount of time to breastfeed a child. So I haven't done it personally, but I know that works out well. So it's a great place to cool off. You get about 20 minutes off your feet in great air conditioning, which can be enough to recharge
Now,
batteries.
if you don't want to see the Presidents, I know you have another one you like to go to.
PhilharMagic is a good one.
I agree.
It's not quite as good as Presidents because it's always going to be busier. There's always going to be more kids there, which makes it noisier, makes it harder to nap. The chairs aren't quite as comfortable. One similar to that, if you're on the other side of the park, would be PhilharMagic. Or, sorry, I just said PhilharMagic, didn't I? Carousel of Progress. But one I didn't mention earlier is Dumbo. You can let your kids play as long as you want in the air-conditioned playground and just sit there and use that nice Wi-Fi.
And we've done that. That's a great thing that Disney does.
Lots of good options at the Magic Kingdom.
What about Epcot?
Epcot, so not nearly as many at Epcot, but a lot of long attractions where you can get off your feet for a longer attraction like Spaceship Earth, Ellen's Energy Adventure. But there is a hallway that's kind of between Club Cool and Character Spot with lots of outlets, bathrooms, and you just sit on the floor. There's some tables, but it's a great place to just go. And it's not an attraction, so you can come in when you want, out when you want.
I've sat there.
Just get 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes. I've sat there while they've
gone on Mission Space. Kids can take a nap in a stroller. There's kind of plenty of room in there.
And you can grab a couple, double fist it from Club Cool and come on in. So that hallway is pretty nice way to avoid crowds and get cool, and you're not at the mercy of a schedule of a show. In World Showcase, it's a little tougher. You're out in the sun a lot. World Showcase, I feel like.
Well, I still like our idea. They need an Antarctica pavilion.
That's right.
Where you just walk walk through. It's like 30 degrees. It's just like walking through one of those beer cooler type things, but for a little bit longer and a little mist in there. That'd be great. I feel like that's $1 million idea.
You can pet a penguin. That would be great.
That'd be fun.
Penguins. That would be the best
Imagineers
way
are going to have that idea in a couple years. We're listening to this.
So that's the way to go, but it doesn't exist. So American Adventure is a good one. You can watch Voices of Liberty, then go to the show, gets you off your feet for quite a while. I mean, that's at least an hour of time. There's lots of little museum type exhibits with benches, like in China and Japan, some places you can go and sit and get off your feet in the AC. That's the main key, is getting off your feet in the AC.
All right, let's move over to Animal Kingdom. Where do you stay cool there? It's a lot of outside attractions, but there are some things.
The big thing is the shows. Go to a show.
Finding Nemo, that's a nice air.
It's nice and long, and same thing with Lion King. Problem is you're at the mercy of a schedule, and you got to wait for it to start. So if you're already hot and tired and cranky, it doesn't work real well. Other than that, I mean, Animal Kingdom's rough. It always feels hotter there. Most of the counter service restaurants are outside.
Pandora was inside, so you can kind of take, but you kind of got to get food to go in there.
And they're not letting you in there without food. So Restaurantosaurus or Pizza Fari are the only two inside where you can just go chill for a little bit.
All right, and finally, the studios, even though it's under a lot of construction, there are a couple places you can go.
There is. We don't mind, like, along that same vein of hanging out at counter service, ABC Commissary is a good one, especially in the off hours, like 1:30, 2 o'clock. Get your glass of ice water, have a seat. That's a good time to eat your dessert, get your Mickey bar, and come inside so it doesn't melt as fast. There's a lot of benches in the launch bay that are always empty, kind of scattered about.
With Jawas walking around.
Yeah, I mean, you got a little something going on.
I do love One Man's Dream.
That's the best one, yeah. Because you kind of go through that museum area at your own pace.
Yep.
There are a few benches
and
in
if you have a family, there's a couple character spots. I know we got
Groot
there right
and
now.
Star-Lord are in there right now. It was Moana, but now it's Groot and Star-Lord. So we'll see. That may just constantly be their new place to test characters.
I think that kind of is, because it's kind of a quick set. You can see they can interchange that.
And then they see how they need to move forward with
what's
the
the next IP coming out. That's the next character coming out.
So, and then you can watch the show too. And right now it seems to be movie previews. So Cars 3 was in there most recently. It was Pirates before that. So it's a great place to go cool off. So a lot of ways to stay cool. You're still getting hot. You're gonna get sweaty. Go back to your room, change your outfit if you need to. Because you're dripping.
And no matter what, keep drinking water. I think you and I need to get some water right now. Yes. All these kids are swimming, and I see all these drinks out here.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Failing.
Yeah, we are. So this has been a bonus episode for Rope Drop Radio, answering a couple of your questions. I've had this with the summertime weather going on right now, and never be afraid to come in the summer.
No, the summer is not as busy as it used to be. I think October has picked up so much that summer wait times are not too bad. No. The peak of the e-tickets, crazy waits, right? But like we saw constantly yesterday, a 10-minute wait at the teacups. Man, that is not that way normally. So June, July are not as bad at times to come as traditionally have been. So
all right, well, that is all the time we got for our bonus episode, because it is about to get cool pretty quick, because the storm in the summer, rain comes every day around 3 o'clock. So just be warned about that. So we're about to get really cool really fast. So
that's where you go to American Adventure, the 3 o'clock show.
That's perfect. So, all right, well, for Doug, I'm Derek. This has been a bonus episode, How to Stay Cool While in the Summer at Walt Disney World. It's another Rope Drop Radio.